Welcome, guys. Okay, good to see you. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to quickly show you how to do custom car builds in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Okay, this is something that I've been having a lot of fun with lately, and I want to share this with you guys that might not know how to do this. All right, so first things first, what I'd like you to do is go to Steam and right click Car Mechanic Simulator. Okay, go to Manage and then hit Browse Local Files. Okay, this is where you can see all the files for the game. What I'd like you to do is hit Car Mechanic Simulator Data and then go to Streaming Assets. And then from there, you'll see a folder called Cars. Now this is very, very, very important, guys. This is the most important folder for this, what I'm going to show you. Make sure to back up the Cars folder, okay? I've just called it Cars Backup, okay? Just so I know that that is the, let's say the stock car list, okay? So duplicate the folder and call it Cars. Next, go into there and you'll see all of the cars. All right, all the cars in the game. You'll see every single one of them. Okay, you see every single one in its own little folder. If you want to see which car's which and what car looks like what, you can do that by going into the game. Type down or take note of the car that you want to edit and then back out of the game and then come back to this screen. Okay, so from here, let's say we wanted to do a Nissan 370Z. Okay, we want to do a Nissan 370Z. Okay, we want to do a custom build for this. I want you to click config and body config. So you want both of these and then just copy them both. Okay, so copy both of them and then click off. Rename to just put 1. Okay, if there's already body config and body config 1, okay, because some cars have got different configs already, all you need to do is just put 2, 3, 4, 5, however many that you want. You can go up to I don't even think there's a limit. Okay, and then on config file, okay, just do that as number 1 as well. So don't worry about body config, you're going to do that in the editor. Config 1, okay, this is our config file for the vehicle. Double click that, it'll bring up your notepad where you can edit it. Okay, the one thing that I want you to look at here is car version name. You can call this whatever you want. We're going to call this the let's call this like the street. Yeah, we'll call it the street version. Control S to save it. Okay, make sure you save that inside the config. Now when we open the car editor, what you're going to see is there's going to be a new version of the Nissan 370Z called the 370Z Street, and that's the one that we're going to edit. So check it out. We're going to click on Car Mechanic Simulator and we're going to play and go to Car Editor. Okay, this is where we're going to edit the car. Okay, this is where we're going to edit all our different builds. All right, guys. Oh, you can see a few screenshots there as well. That's the we did a 3.8 like Honda Civic sort of thing. It's got the GTR. 4-wheel drive GTR twin turbo. Like, dude, trust me, it is so cool, man. Doing custom builds in this game is like the best thing ever. Okay, so this is the car editor and we're just going to wait for the first car to come up. Just takes a moment to load up while we get ready. Any minute now. There we go. All right, so it's loaded the car, and remember we're going to do a Nissan 370Z, right? So choose the car, it'll bring up the car in front of you, and then we're going to choose the version, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. As soon as the car pops up, okay, we've got the car, and then this little box here, this is where you choose the version. All right, so as you can see, Nissan 370Z Nismo Street. So remember we went into the config, okay, we changed the name of config 1, we turned it to Street, which means we basically made a new version of this vehicle. Now these vehicles, okay, will be added to the places where you decide to add them, and there is a there's a menu somewhere. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. It might be here we go. So let me just hide myself real quick. All right, so if you go to the other tab, you can see that this vehicle is going to be available in the salon, in the junkyard, in the barn, and the auction. So that means you can basically, like, this is where the vehicles are going to be related. This is where you're going to find the vehicles. Yeah, so that's where you're going to find this particular one. So in the salon, in the junkyard, etc., etc. I like to just have them all checked, so it makes it more likely that I'm going to come up across this vehicle when I'm like going to the junkyard or when I'm going to like car auctions and stuff like that. All right, so Essentially from here, guys, you know, I'm not going to show you exactly how to do everything, because there's a great way. It's a great experience learning the game, learning how everything works. But very, very quickly, let's do the basics. Okay, the first thing that I always do, I change the wheels. Or in this case, I really like the Nismo wheels on the 370. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to slam it. Okay, most important thing, drop it down. Okay, happy days, done. 10 times better already. Okay, 10 times better already. Also, if you want, you can change all the wheels. You can change the tire sizes and stuff like that. So in Car Mechanic Simulator, generally speaking, the tires are actually pretty big. The tires themselves generally look really big in comparison to the wheels. So I always like to make sure that I bring the tire sizes down on any of the custom builds. And then we can just save that as well. All right, and if you want to go nice and wide, because a lot of the cars in Car Mechanic generally, they generally have fairly narrow sort of fitment, but these look all right. These don't look too bad at all, which is really cool. And you can change that in the suspension thing here as well. Okay, so you got like height, height front, height rear. You got a rear track and front track, so you can do all this. You can basically just keep. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. You can you can do some really, really mad stuff. All right, if we just bring that down a little bit like that as well. Okay, so we're just making it a little bit lower. So in my personal humble opinion, I quite like, as you probably know already, I quite like to have low cars. That's rear track. I just yeah, that'd be fine. A little bit wide, but fine. We want height rear. Just bring that down a little bit there. All right, nice. All right, so we're just sitting a little bit nicer. And obviously you're gonna come across issues, guys. You're gonna come across issues. Things are not gonna fit. You know, things are gonna look really, really weird. Okay, I promise you right now, everything is editable. Yeah, you can change everything. You can change pretty much everything. All right, so if anything looks like it's out of place, you can actually find, you know, oh, my springs look all funny. You can actually just, like, you know, put them away. You can change the length of those springs and everything else. You know what I'm saying? You can even go so far as to, like, completely change. For example, let me move that out of the way. So you can change everything. So say, for example, we wanted to do like a V8 swap, and you're not able to do it in the game. You can make a custom build, and you're like, hey, I want to put in a LS. I want to put the LS in a 370. You can do that. Yeah. I want to put a supercharged V8 in a 370. You can do that. Yeah. I mean, this game is crazy. This game is absolutely ridiculous. The stuff that you can do is amazing. I love playing this game so much. I mean, look at this guy with his little supercharger pop. Well, I say big supercharger popping out there. You can change the size of the engine as well. Like, you can everything. You can just change everything, guys. It's absolutely amazing. And you know, I 100%, you know, recommend you guys to have a go. Yeah, I recommend you guys have a go. For some reason, the 2J is... Oh, it's transverse. That's what the T stands for. Transverse. Wait, why is the 2J the wrong way around? What have you done? 2J... Is that 2J transverse, or does that mean turbo? Let me see. Oh, that's the... Yeah. That's the... Naturally aspirated. Alright, so the T is not transverse, it's actually turbo. Obviously, as you can see, the engine's the wrong way around, so we're going to have to spin that around. I think it's the X axis, maybe? Nope. Oh, wrong way. That's completely the wrong way. There we go. Alright, so now we've got a 370 with a 2J, which, of course, you guys will know it was made famous from the Toyota Supra. Alright. Yeah, so we've got a 2J 370 right there. Do you know what I'm saying? And you will notice when you do this, guys, you will notice that you're going to have problems, like the prop shaft's not going to line up and stuff like that. So you need to, like, change the drive shaft, sorry. No, that is the prop shaft. That is the prop shaft. Yeah, you're going to need to you know, adjust the prop. Okay, you can do all that and change, like, the angles. You can change the length, the scale, everything else, guys. Yeah, so everything is changeable. So if you run into an issue, you know, all you gotta do is do a little bit of problem solving, you know, and think, oh, how am I going to get across this problem? How, you know, this isn't lining up. That doesn't look right. Okay, as you can see, you know, this has still got the old exhaust from the V6, from the VR37 that's in these, in the 370. So obviously we're going to need to change the downpipes. We're going to need the 2J downpipe. That means we're going to need the rest of the exhaust and that sort of thing. All right, guys, but pretty much everything, like I say, can be changed. For example, let me open up, I'm going to actually save this real quick just so we don't need to, because that's actually pretty cool. I like that little 2J in the 370. I might do a restoration or a build on one of these. What we got? Let's, so the one that I did last night, I believe it was it the Kagura? Was it the Kagura? No, it wasn't the Kagura. It was, beg your pardon, guys, one sec. I always forget what the vehicles are called. The Tamago. That's right, the Tamago. This is the one that looks like the little Civic. So this is the standard Civic in the game. Okay, this is the standard Civic in the game. Look how much we changed, right? Watch this. Look how much we changed. Okay. This is going to blow your mind. I did a 4-wheel drive GTR spec race Civic. Check it out. Watch this. I wish it didn't do that. Yeah, try and skip through that little bit to see the before and after. Okay. 4-wheel drive. Completely different. It's got like double wishbone front, like suspension and all sorts, man. The V6 in there is pretty spicy. And honestly, you can change everything. Interior, exterior. I even put the ancillaries and stuff in the back there just because I think it's cool. And it makes the engine bay a lot cleaner as well. So if we go to... if we open it up... Alright, so you can see how much nicer the engine bay looks without all that shit in the way. Okay, you can literally... You can just put it in the back. You know what I'm saying? You can just put it in the back. Happy days. Yeah, job done. Alright, guys. So that's just, you know, that's just a little taster of what you can do with the car editor. Make sure that you do make a backup so you don't ruin anything. Trust me, guys. I've wrecked so many cars. I've had to reset them to scratch and go back in. You know, because it's really, really easy to just mess stuff up. Alright, guys. Yeah, so just have fun with it. Make some funny, like, crazy car builds, you know, little 3-wheelers and stuff with V12s. You can do whatever you want. It's a lot of fun. Alright, just mess around with it. Save it as like a preset. If you imagine it's like a preset version of the car, and then when you play the game, you'll actually see it in like the car auctions. You'll see it in the like the scrapyard and stuff like that as well. Basically, guys, anything that you want to do in this game regarding cars is pretty much possible. Alright, hashtag not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, I'm not going to say no. Okay, I absolutely love this game, and anything that I can do to like give you guys some more information, anything that I can do, you know, to help you guys out and help you to enjoy this game more, I'm happy to do. All right, because I'm absolutely in love with this game. It's so therapeutic, it's so chill, and you know, go out there and enjoy it, guys. All right, awesome. Why is the brake servo on? What's the? Who's done this? How? Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna... Let's not worry about that. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Okay, thank you very much indeed for checking out this video. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us today. I really appreciate it, guys. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.